northern parts of Nigeria is facing several challenges, particularly kidnapping and out-of-school children syndrome. At a recent meeting, northern governors talked tough on ways to tackle the problems. The governors described the situation as unacceptable and sad realities that must be tackled head-on. BKO, insecurity still remains a challenge in the northern Nigeria. And with this discussion about the northern governors talking tough on this, do you see, or what are your thoughts first off on this, and how do you think this can be handled?
The problem of banditry, especially in the northwest, is getting worse. It's really getting worse, especially in Zamfara State. That is, despite the setting up of what you can call their own version of Amotekun. The bandits have been killing those boys for fun. Because you set up a security outfit.
Right.
They are not permitted to carry assault weapons. Maybe at best, a den gun. Carry a den gun. Those boys are carrying AK-47, AK-49. Some are even using some French rifles that they bought in the black market. They use it to confront boys who are not armed, who are armed with clubs and den guns. It's a mismatch. Weapons. It's a mismatch, and that's why in one day they killed about 60. And it goes on like that. It goes on because we have simply failed to do what some of us had suggested a long time ago. Is it impossible for Nigeria to say, okay, we are declaring a total war on banditry? Military campaign against banditry that will take into cognizance all of those contiguous states. No escape. That is how to wage a war. All this piecemeal
approach.
We go to Niger today, we go and fight them at Alawa and Shiroro, and then we bomb them, we go back. They still come back to that place where you bomb them. Sometimes you even bomb, you don't succeed in killing anybody. When you are doing your battleground assessment, post-battle assessment, you will see that they probably had even left before you started dropping bombs. You know? So, a situation in which a major food production belt of our country is going through this level of insecurity. They imposed harvest levies on farmers. They take over villages. They appoint their own district heads. They will tell you this is the person to deal with here. If you don't deal with it, we'll kill you. I've seen some videos. And those boys are there simply terrorizing our people, killing our people, and we can't stop them. Why is it difficult to stop them? The longer it takes to exterminate these people, the stronger they become. Before now, some years back, people could not mention like 5 bandit leaders on their fingertips. They can't count major bandit leaders on their fingertips. They didn't even know them. Today, they are well known. People even sing their praises. Musicians sing their praises. Because somebody sang a song to praise a bandit leader. And he was even comparing him to an elephant that rules the savannah. I said, what? This word. So those governors need to do a lot more than simply having these meetings. They even went to the US and had a meeting. They went to attended a symposium. Like, this is not where you discuss your problems. The solution to banditry has to be home-sourced.
Right.
And when I say home-sourced, the solution is in the north. where banditry is rearing its ugly head. The solution is right there in the north. At least one, this professor, what's his name again, said the other day that, look, it's not Tinubu that will solve this problem. Northern leaders have to come together. When I hear Northern Elders Forum, their spokesperson raising hell, abusing people, saying all kinds of things, look, I just shake my head. I'm from the north too. He is not more northern than me. Even if he thinks he is, I will not agree. I will not agree. I speak the language I speak. I was born and raised there. And I am from the north. But I know that the solution to this problem will be found and must be found right there in the north. You have to come together and say, look, enough is enough. Traditional rulers who are collaborating with these people should be fished out and punished. We have to be far more decisive than we are. And when you are talking about out-of-school children, tell me, see how notorious these guys are for kidnapping and for abducting school children. They'll go to their school, pack them away. Do you think that children will want to go back to school? I once did an investigation about a school come back. So that is the thing. Deal with the issue, the insecurity. Enrollment figures will go up. For now, people are scared.
In being decisive now, Emeka, from what BQ has highlighted, what do you think the government needs to do in tackling this issue head-on? If it is to, say this must be addressed, because according to them, these are sad realities that they have to contend with. What are those decisive actions that they need to take, apart from just military warfare in this case?
I think the federal government, like BK has said, has to intensify, through the armed forces, also, they have to intensify their strategies. But again, I need to point out the apparent hypocrisy in the way northern leaders have been handling this. You find a lot of them have been very vociferous when it comes to issues in the southeast. IPO, Nnamdi Kanu, and all of that. But they have fire burning, in their own backyard. Let them face their own territory. Talk to those bandits. The way they tell Southeast leaders, oh, you're the ones. You see, Southeast leaders are also talking. They're also working behind the scenes. Southeast leaders are also working with governors in the Southeast, with National Assembly members in the Southeast, with State Assembly members in the Southeast, with traditional rulers, clergymen, bishops in the Southeast. Let the northern governors and traditional rulers in the north and all those, big men in the north, let them face the north.
Yes.
The fire in the north, the fire raging in the north is even more intensive, more intense, than what is happening in the southeast. But every time you hear them, Nnamdi Kanu never leaves their mouth. I'm not saying that what is happening in the southeast is right, but what I'm saying is this. If you call yourself a leader of thought, an opinion leader, charity must begin at home. Everybody go back to your own territory. Go back to your villages, go back to your states, and supplement the government, complement the government's efforts.
Well, that's where we have to leave this discussion. Quickly need to move.